When you go out to run errands or go to an event, what do you see people wearing? Hopefully, you see people wearing their masks. While I understand that there are some medical conditions that cause people to not be able to wear masks for long periods of time, it is still very important to wear one. According to the CDC, wearing a cloth mask can prevent people who are infected with the mask from spreading it and getting others infected. In researching this speech, I learned just how important it is to wear your mask properly, wash your hands, and socially distance. Today, I will tell you how thousands of jobs could have been saved if everyone would have just worn a mask and socially distanced and washed their hands. Let's start by looking at how the tourism industry was affected by this pandemic. Once a thriving business in Central Florida, the tourism and theme park industry has taken a huge hit due to the handlings of COVID-19. For the first time in history, the Walt Disney World Company, unfortunately, had to close its gates. And it wasn't just Magic Kingdom or Hollywood Studios, it was all the parks in every part of the world. Disney said that their quarterly profit went down over 90%. This is insane. This quarter alone was only 475 million. Now that seems a lot, but when compared to last year, which was $5.43 billion, that is a huge drop. That's 91%. For many, this meant that this was the loss of a dream. USA Today said that due to the theme parks alone being closed, there was a major loss. This loss equaled to be $5 billion. It cost the company $3.5 billion just to close the parks during the third quarter, on top of the $1 billion that it cost them to shut down the second half of March. It is these drop in numbers that cause so many layoffs and the end of many dreams within the Disney company. For many, working at Disney isn't just a job. These cast members work for the company because they love it. Working at the parks, it's more than just a job. It's creating magic for all who come to this happy place. Walt Disney himself said that it takes people to make dreams a reality. In making this magic, they help people forget the cares of today and welcome them into a world of fantasy. Here in Central Florida, the theme park industry is what drives the economy. It's what makes everybody here important. The Orlando Business Journal reports that Disney alone employs over 65,000 people in the Central Florida area. Al Weiss, the president of the Walt Disney Parks and Resorts in 2004, said that my take that they are both very positive is that one proves that our presence allows local government to keep millions of dollars that they would have otherwise had to spend. We make a difference. With the hit of the theme parks and what they have taken, it has caused Disney to lay off more than 28,000 cast members on the West and East Coast. This means that Disneyland California, Walt Disney World Resorts here in Florida, Disney Cruise Line, Disney Stores, and several other lines of business are having to make cuts. People who used these jobs as their livelihoods, who gave it everything they had every single day to bring happiness. This all could have been avoided if everyone would have just worn a mask or washed their hands and socially distanced. Though a pandemic has happened before, it has never happened to the flourishing tourist industry that we have today. And it's a big deal. With there being no vaccine for COVID-19, there must be other things done in order to keep the virus from spreading. According to the CDC, there are some very simple ways to help keep everyone safe. The first is just by washing your hands for 20 seconds and using hand sanitizer that has at least 60% alcohol in it. Bath and Body Works is really great for that. The third is keeping at least 6 feet away from others. And wearing a cloth face covering to prevent the spread of the germs by those who have the virus and could be asymptomatic. By doing these things, we are keeping everyone safe around us. And it's not only good for you, but it's good for them. And hopefully it prevents the spread like it was 6 months ago. COVID-19 isn't going away anytime soon. So, what is your part to play in all of this? To simply follow the guidelines given by the CDC. I have shown you the numbers and given you the facts on how important it is to follow those guidelines. So next time you go out and you don't wear your mask over your nose or wash your hands or even keep 6 feet away from others, remember that there are jobs that have been lost because we couldn't get this virus under control. Remember that 28,000 people that work for the Walt Disney Company have now lost their jobs and have to find something else. That is why it is so important to make sure that you follow the guidelines from the CDC to help the spread of COVID-19.